What's up, guys? So I'm sorry if I look a little blech. I just ran 3 miles in the rain. But today I'm gonna talk a little bit about science because science is awesome. So I've been thinking about like space travel, and it's kind of cool, right? And you know, so like space ships traveling in space. And according to Einstein's theory of relativity, gravity bends time, mass causes gravity, and speed somewhat creates more gravity. Well, it so speed creates gravity in that speed increases your kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy turns into mass once you start getting to higher speeds. And the faster you're going, the more kinetic energy you have. So that's how the theory of relativity works. Now, we know that the closer we get to the speed of light, because there is more gravity that we have, time goes slower. It doesn't actually go slower. That is just a easy way to explain it. Pretty much what I'm saying is, what feels like 5 seconds to us now, somebody going a lot faster than us, it would only feel like 1 second. So 1 minute to us might feel like 12 seconds to somebody. And when you get to large amounts of time, that's pretty significant. And so light travels at 186,000 miles per second. That's going around the Earth 8.5 times, pretty much, in 1 second. Currently, according to NASA, 21st Century Exploration, which is a website, or a part of their website, we send space shuttles at about 18,000 miles per hour, which is 37,200th the speed of light. That's not even close. That is like comparing an ant to a cheetah. It's like not even worth the time. We could. Oh, sorry guys, my phone went off. Sorry about that. So we could keep accelerating because we have enough energy to, but it's really expensive and not worth the money. But what if we did? What if we did have enough money to keep accelerating? What if we did have the energy to keep accelerating? I mean, according to the Lorentz Lorentz contraction, the accelerating ship would reach any part of the current visible universe before it even reached the speed of light. And by that point, we would be literally flying in the dark. We have no idea where we're going. We don't know what's out there. But, I mean, another problem is the energy equivalence, mass energy equivalence. From an outsider's perspective, sorry about that. From an observer's perspective, a constantly accelerating object gains mass as it accelerates. But you can't tell. Only the energy that's needed to accelerate it changes. So another problem is when we do get to that speed, do we still age at the same rate? Because, like I said earlier, if what feels like 1 or 5 seconds now feels like 1 second to somebody going a lot faster, do they still age as if it was 5 seconds to 1 second? That's a little confusing here. Let me use a better example. 5 years, okay? Let's say 5 years to us feels like 1 year to them. What if in the 1 year to them, they aged 5 years? They're aging 5 times as fast. So they might feel like they're only about 5, but their body has matured to the point where they're like 25, let's say. That's just an example. So, also, when we are flying in the dark at the speed of light, we will collide with other matter, radiation, causing drag that would need even more energy to continue at the speed of light. Plus, what if we run into things? Like, we're flying in the dark, right? So, what if we run into a planet? Like, really, would the ship just explode? Because, I mean, you can't really change direction that well at the speed of light. I mean, I guess you could, but still. No. We would need, in order to even reach the speed of light, let's not get ahead of ourselves, we've talked about this for a while now. In order to reach the speed of light, according to Einstein, we would either need to have no mass or infinite energy. That is extremely hard. That is pretty much what I'm saying is that will never happen. We will never, if Einstein is correct, we will never be able to reach the speed of light. But what if he is wrong? What if he's wrong? What if we can? What if we can reach the speed of light? If we did reach the speed of light, what would time feel like? I mean, if we are at the infinite gravity that the speed of light causes, that means there would be infinite time, right? So, if we stick to the feeling of experiencing more time in less time, like my example of 5 seconds to 1 second, if that keeps getting farther apart, at the speed of light, we should reach the point where we can go an infinite amount of time in what feels like zero. That's pretty crazy. Like, how much would go by in an infinitesimal amount of time? That's just crazy. And what if we could go past the speed of light? What if we could still have more energy to accelerate past it? I mean, that is not going to happen for an extremely long time, if it ever does happen. So, but what if we did go past the speed of light? I mean, we can't. All we can do is travel until something acts upon us, causing us to slow from the speed of light. Then you'd have to figure out how to slow down in order to see how far we've actually gone. But, I mean, what would we experience if we could? I mean, we could be literally traveling back in time. Our distance, our velocity, would continue the same, but we could still be going backwards in time. That's pretty heavy. I mean, if you were to slow down from the speed of light, beyond the speed of light, if you were to slow down from beyond the speed of light, how far back in time would you have gone? Would it be the same principle? For example, what feels like 1 second to us, you've gone back 5 seconds? Or would we not even experience it? Would we just all of a sudden be 5 seconds back in time? Or would we forget? We could have forgotten what had happened in that past second. That's when things get really heavy. Really crazy. Also, when you did slow from that, would there be two of you in the same time? I mean, that's what would if you ran into yourself after you slowed? I mean, that's pretty crazy. And then also, if to stop that from happening, could you have just entered another dimension? What if everything that exceeds the speed of light just goes into a different dimension? I mean, that sounds a little crazy because it's not likely, but what if nature, what if space, in order to stop this running into yourself in the past happening, what if when you exceed the speed of light you just enter a different dimension? I mean, that'd be pretty crazy, right? Thank you guys for watching.